This administration had took the Section 8 budget from $28 billion to $32 billion. But now they are considering changes that people have been talking about for decades. We've all known the stereotype that Section 8 folks get, that they are lazy, they don't want to work, and they just want to live off the government. Now, before we get into a race war or I hate Trump, Trump's going to make us a slave rhetoric, let's think about the reality, which the majority of beneficiaries of the system are not black, okay? Are not black. I know some of you have that in your head and you look at it as an attack on black people when it's actually not. So, for decades, there's been this stereotype that these Section 8 folks don't want anything out of life just to live off the government. Now, I say it's a stereotype because that does not describe everyone. All right. Now, in my case, right, are there some people that take advantage of the system? Absolutely. Are there others who that's the best they can literally do and they work and they have Section 8 and they're raising their children and living their lives to the best of their ability? Absolutely. Well, it shocked me when I seen this. They are considering limited Section 8 to 2 years. I said, wow. Section 8 limited to 2 years? I would at least gave them 5. Now, I would have gave them 5 years based on that they are going to go get a certificate, they are going to a 4-year college or university, or they are going to get some trade, and then that 5th year, worst case scenario, they'll be entry level in their career. So they'll be stepping out in the world and hopefully get an entry-level salary. That's what I was basing 5 years off of, but they are going with 2, which that kind of shocked me that they would reduce it for 2 years. Now, I'm at the age of 42. Of course, I know people that they have been on the system my whole life. I know people that they have been on the system since they turned 18, okay? Yes, you have people who abuse it, but I would just hope if they do limit the Section 8 vouchers by years, that they would consider that they are seniors on that program, that there's nothing else they can do at this point, and that there are people with disabilities out there that actually do need it, okay? And there's no way that these people could go out into the work field and, go get jobs between $20 and $30 an hour. I just would hope that they will consider that. Now, from what I read by digging deeper into the situation, the administration has been warned that this will affect a lot of Americans if this change, a lot of them. And when I say it was like 8 figures that this would affect if this were to actually take effect. But there's another side. Now, I know some of you guys are cheering it on and saying, hey, yes, limit them to 2 years. That's all they deserve. They don't deserve anything more. I want you to take this into consideration. What about all of those landlords who will be affected now, right? Those landlords who bought these properties in areas that attract this type of tenant, and now you get somebody with a Section 8 voucher. It's only good for 2 years. So being that it's only good for 2 years, now you got to hope that person is in a position to pay their rent in 2 years. And what if they can't? Now you got to put them out, all right? Now you got to put them out. Now you got to fix the property up. Now, here's the thing, right? When you are dealing with rental property, your highest cost is tenant turnover. That's your highest cost. Okay, so sometimes you could get away with spending $1,500. Sometimes you get away with spending $3,000. Sometimes it might take $20. I'm being real. all right, with that tenant turnover. It could take more than that, depending on the property and how much the rent went up, right? So let's say that somebody's cash flowing $200 a month, right? That's $2,400 a year. I don't teach that, but let's say somebody's doing that. $2,400 a year, but they got to spend $5,000 on the unit. It's going to take them 2+ years, right, to recoup back that $5,000. All right, off a $200 a net cash flow. All right, and nothing can go wrong in that period. So once the landlord affected, what do you think they're going to do? They are going to look at the Section 8 tenants and say, hey man, I can't accept that. It's only good for 2 years. Well, after 2 years, man, then I got to go put $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 in this joint and hope I get somebody new and all this, man. So listen, what's going to happen is they will start denying those Section 8 applications, which they were doing at one point before Section 8 increased the payments that they were giving out to reach market value, and go with cash paying tenants. That's going to stay there 5, 7 years, 9 years. I've had tenants that's probably been with me since like 2015, 2016, So I'm getting my money's worth out of them. And some of them have no intention of leaving, which is great. I don't go increase my rental rates. I might increase gradually due to property tax. But guys, what do you think about limiting a Section 8 voucher for 2 years? Is that a great idea, good idea, bad idea? Now, is 2 years too short? Do you like 5 years? Do you like 4 years? Do you like 6 years? What do you think should be the amount of how long someone should stay on Section 8? Now, I did get one interesting comment on Threads. Somebody said they would do 4 years and you would have to prove that you're in some type of schooling for it to continue after your first set of 2 years. So after your first set of 2 years, if you're in a 4-year university and you could prove that, then they will continue on another 2 years and they check in at another 2 years. I kind of like that idea, but you get 4 years max. I like that. But what do you think? And will this save the country money in the long run, or would this create a homeless problem? Comment below. In the meantime, man, watch this other video, man, on the last update that this administration gave. And listen, I'm Nasa, aka the real estate guru. I'm not a guru, I'm a doer because I actually do this business. Peace.